Yeah, that one continues now on and on, like 6 or 7 times. Kalavanda, Kalavanda, Signorita, thank you very much. And I am a great manifestation of bottoms up. Today, the classroom teacher is talking to the people at the top, not the people at the top speaking downwards. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Mwalimu.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your presentation. I have just 2 small questions. Number 1, I asked my friend in Dimuli, but he scattered around and didn't answer it.
Yes, sir.
The splitting of teacher families. Wewe ni mama, bwanako ni mwalimu, you are teaching the same school, then you are split and sent to different directions.
Yes.
Does it affect your performance as teachers?
Yes.
Number 2, or rather, is there any handicap in your performance in being a couple in the same school?
Okay, the answer to question 1 is yes. When we are separated, there is a lot of problems, and I'll give an example. I want to mention here in this forum that the National Pressure Group did their research, and between December 23rd and March 22nd, 22 teachers had committed suicide.
Because of separation?
Because of separation. And the worst of that, I know death is death, but the one that touched our hearts was of this lady teacher who killed herself alongside her daughter. Why? The husband is working away, she's working away, na hii mwili ni mwili tu, si ndio? Si itataka iko na joto. So she ended up, or whatever happened, and it happened that the man discovered that the baby hakukuwa wake, alikuwa wa mtu huko. So how does she solve the problem? She kills herself alongside the baby. So 3 were head teachers, 2 were deputies, and the rest were teachers.
Thank you. We'll look into that. The last one.
Yes, sir.
I support affirmative action for the girl child. I have daughters, I have sons. But I get this distinct impression that the boy child is now neglected and is not talked about and is being left behind. What are your thoughts?
And that is why when I was giving our first recommendation, I said, we give sanitary towels to the girls, which has been there, but Kenya Kwanza should continue with it. But there is this question, as I'm distributing these pads in the classroom, then the boys ask me, teacher, na sisi unatupea nini? So can we also take care of the boy child? Maybe boxers? As we give the pads, we give boys boxers. Yeah, Kenya Kwanza, maybe you'll be the first government to take care of this boy child so that your violence wako nayo kidogo ipunguke. Thank you.
Okay, Mwalimu.
Yes, sir.
I think you have spoken with a lot of clarity and example on what delocalization is doing to families.
Yes.
So your recommendation, what do you think of what we are suggesting? We are suggesting that teachers are a national resource. They should be able to teach everywhere. But maybe we should do the nationalization at the employment, at the point of employment. And then subsequently, we can also make it possible for teachers to teach outside their counties or localities, and maybe provide an incentive for that. What do you think about that? Do you think that will solve the challenge we have that is currently causing havoc with families on the matter of delocalization?
Your Excellency, I want to agree with you that just as the first speaker said, I was very keen on that because I'm affected, I'm a victim. Teachers are a national resource, and they should be able to work, just as the speaker said, at the point of employment, at the point of management. But my opinion is, am I willing? Because I've seen that, you see, when you give me that incentive, am I willing? There is need for me to apply, that I want to go and work in Turkana. Because if I go to Turkana, there is something that comes with it. It should not be punitive. It should not be forced. It should not be made to look like somebody is misusing power and abusing the offices that they hold. By using that, because for the 18 cases, it was used as a punishment. And now that you have brought it, Your Excellency, immediately you get into office, please take us back to our station so that we can be effective.
Okay. Thank you very much. And so it shall be.
Amen.
So, secondly,
yes, sir.
You've spoken exhaustively about the relationship between teachers and their employer.
Yes, sir.
And what seems to be a stick and stick relationship.
Yes, sir.
That if you don't do this, we do this. If you don't do this, you do this. So so your suggestion is that we need to normalize relations between the teachers' unions and the employer and promote a greater understanding between these two entities.
Yes.
And we should not punish teachers for speaking their mind.
Yes.
In the formal setup of what is provided for in the law, the teachers' unions and the other industrial players.
Yes.
And which I quite support because it's a constitutional provision, it's an international provision that teachers are allowed. It's a constitutional guaranteed right to be part of a union. So what would be the form in your suggestion? What would we do as government? Teacher Service Commission is an independent commission. What do you think we should do to make sure that we improve the relationship between teachers and their employer?
Thank you, sir. And before I answer that question, I wish to ask, how independent is independent? Yeah, how independent is independent? Is it independent to frustrate the workers? So, in my opinion, as it stands now, teachers are professionals. And professionals cannot have several voices speaking on their behalf. So one, we need one union. A union that is not compromised. A union that will speak for the teachers, not for the employer. A union that will be led by teachers, because as it stands now, I'm sorry to say, our unions, most of the officials are head teachers. Na huwezi kutuma mbuzi kwa koti ya afisi. Definitely, they will eat the mbuzi. So, as I stand here, myself and other teachers have made several applications for unions, and we are receiving negative report. So what I want us to do is to have a working relationship. Let us, as an employer, the employer should not go personal. If I have wronged the employer, this is a union serving the others. They should not go personal. So we should discuss the issues of those bodies we are representing. That is my opinion. And it will be very wrong, colleague teachers who are present, that today we are discussing the welfare of teachers, and I failed to mention one, Honorable Sosion. We miss you. We miss you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So maybe just by way of asking, I thought the leadership of the union is elected by teachers. So where is the disconnect? Because you seem to be saying the union as it is now is speaking more for the employer than for the teachers.
Yes.
Is that the case?
Because I will clarify, they came on a platform where they were conditioned. And so for them to have the